Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum, my all dear students. Now with another class. In previous classes I taught you about word formation, that how we can create different type of words from base or root words by using affixes. And I also taught you that how the compound words are made, how the blends are made, and how the acronyms are made. Now I am going to teach you some other type of words which are synonyms, antonyms, and homophonies, and the hyponyms and polysemy, and I will teach you one by one about all these types of words, and you should remember these all type of words. It will inshallah help you in attempting any type of question paper regarding your entry test, your interview test, or if you want to take any type of CSS or other type of examination, inshallah. Let's start our lesson. Okay students, now look at in front of you written synonyms. Synonyms, first of all the definition. Synonyms are words having same or nearly same meanings in the same language. It means in the same language, if two words have the same or nearly same meanings, they will be called synonyms. They are also called word similars. Sometime in your childhood classes you are taught that write the similar words of the given words. These are the same similar words but their name is synonyms. Sometimes the students are given a question, write the synonyms of the following words. Because they don't know the meanings of synonym, so they are always confused that what to write in front of these words. So always remember, when there is a question, write the synonyms of the following words. It means you are to write the words which have same or nearly same meanings of the given words. So now I will give you examples. Now these are the examples of synonyms. In the first list there are written the words, and the second list there are written the synonyms of the given words. For example, this is written big and this is large. This is the synonym of this word, that is big. They have similar meanings. Broad and this is white. They have the same meaning. Broad is a word and white, it is the synonym of the broad. Similarly, look at this word conceal. Conceal and hide, it is the synonym of conceal. They have the same meaning. Freedom, it is the word, and liberty, it is the synonym of freedom. This is little and this is small. Small, it is the synonym of little. Now look at the first one word, big. This is a big house. This is a large house. So they have the same meaning. Broad, this is a broad road. This is a white hall. Same meanings, almost same meaning. Conceal and hide. This word has concealed meaning. They hide the ball in the cupboard. Now they have same meaning, but we can say that they have nearly same meanings. Freedom. Freedom is the right of all the creature or human being. Liberty. Liberty should be limited. They have also nearly the same meanings. Little and small. This is a little table. She is a small girl. Now they have the nearly same meanings. These are words and these are their synonyms. We can also say that these are the words, they are the similar of these words. We can also call them word and similars, words and their similar. But the synonyms, it is the rule of synonyms that the words should be of the same language. For example, if big, it is written in English language, there shouldn't be any word which belongs to some other language. For example, we can never write over here a French word which is similar to the English word big. No, the word should be from the same language. These are the examples of synonym. Now another that is antonyms. Antonyms definition, the antonyms are the words having opposite meaning in same language. It means if there is a word, the other words should have the opposite meaning of the given words, and but in same language. They will be called antonyms. They are also called word opposite. They are also called word opposite. And in your classes, in your junior classes, you are taught by the teachers that write the opposite of the following words, and you write at once that if there is written big, you will write small. But if you are given the question that write the antonyms of the following words, the students will always get confused that what are these antonyms. So I am teaching you that antonyms are all those words which are opposite of the given words, and they should be of same language, not some other language. The words which are given to you, if you are asked to write the antonyms of the given words, you will have to write the opposite of the given words, but in the same language. Now I'll give you the examples of antonyms. Now look at the examples of antonyms. In first list there are given the words, and in second list there are antonyms. For example, if you are given the words old, quick, big, long, heavy and light, and you are asked to write the antonyms of these given words, then you will write old, the word is old, and antonym is new, and young as well. For example, if you old, if you say he is an old man, now the opposite of that old will be young. He is a young man. If the sentence is it is an old book, now the opposite of that old will be new. This is a new book. So if the word is given like this, old, you can write the opposite of this word, or antonym of this word is new as well as young. The both words you must read, you must write before that word, after that word. The second example, quick, and the antonym of quick is slow. Big, the antonym is small. Long, antonym is short. Heavy, antonym is light. If the word is given heavy, you will write the antonym light. But if light word is given, then you can write the antonym dark as well as heavy. If you look at this word, its opposite can be dark, its opposite can also be heavy. Look at the first one word. He is an old man, he is a young man. This is an old book, this is a new book. He is a quick person, he is a slow person. This is a big house, this is a small house. It is a long way, it is a short way. This is a heavy box, this is a light box. This is a light box, this is a heavy box. There is a light, there is a dark. In this way, you can recognize that these words are simple words and these are their antonyms. For example, if this list is given to you and you are asked to write the antonyms of these words, you will write this list. Hope it will be clear to you. Antonyms or word opposite. Now, another kind of words, these are homonyms. Homonyms, the definition of homonyms is words having same spelling with different meanings. It means the words having same spellings, the word, they have the same spellings, but their meanings will be different. For example, if I write over here bank, and the next word, that is also a bank. Now, they have the same spellings, but their meanings will be different. This is the bank where we put our money. This is the bank which is at the side of a river. I can say that I used to put my money in a bank. And this one, I love to stay at the bank of the river. Now this is the two words having same spellings but they have the different meanings. Now I will give you some other examples of homonyms. Now there are a few other examples of homonyms. The first one example, that is mole. The second one, bark. Third one, pupil. And fourth one, can. Now look at the first example, mole. There is another mole which is the homonym of this word. But the meaning of this mole is black spot on body. Black spot on body. For example, if there is a mole on the cheeks of some person, we will consider it that it is a beauty spot. Similarly, the mole, that is a black spot on our body, that is called mole. But the other mole, it's mean animal. Animal. This is the name of an animal. So we will it's a beautiful black mole on the cheek of that girl. It looks very beautiful. This is the first one mole I have used in a sentence. And the second mole is a very small animal. Bark. This is the other word, and this homonym is bark as well. What is the meaning of this bark? Sound made by dog. For example, I say that the dog is barking. That dog is barking. And what is the meaning of this bark? It means the outer cover of tree. Outer cover of tree. For example, if there is a tree, this is the tree, and the thing which we look over the stamp of the tree, that will be called bark. Similarly, the next example, that is pupil. Pupil, it means student, and this pupil, it means a round black area at the center of eye. For example, if this is an eye, if this is an eye, this will be called eyeball, and the black area inside this eyeball, that will be called pupil. The meaning of one pupil is student, and the meaning of second pupil, that is a round black area at the center of eye. The next example, that is can, and the homonyms of can is another can. Meaning of this can is be able to, be able. For example, I can write in English, I can draw a picture. The meaning of this can is be able. And what is the meaning of this can? Put something in container. For example, if there is a now this is a can, and I can put something inside this can. So the meaning of this can is container, and the meaning of this can is be able to do something. For example, I can draw a picture, I can write in English. So look at the first one word, mole, black spot on body. And how can we use this word in a sentence? That a black mole or a mole on her cheeks looks beautiful. Mole is a nice small animal. Bark, it is a sound made by dog. The dog is barking, and this is bark, the outer cover of a tree. How can we use this word in a sentence? That the bark of the tree is very hard. The bark of the tree is brown in color. Now look at the next word, pupil, student. Pupil should respect their teachers. And this is the pupil, a round black area at the center of eye. How can we use this pupil? Pupil of eye is pupil of eye. It is very necessary for eyesight. Now the next one, can, be able to. I can write English. I can make a drawing. And the another can, put something in container. This is a can. This is a can of pineapples, etc. Hope it will be clear to you. Homonyms are clear to you. Now proceed the other word. Hyponyms, it is another kind of words. We can say the definition that the relationship between two words are called hyponyms. For example, if you are given a list of words, two lists of words, and you are asked to make a hyponyms of the following list. For example, this is the first one list, this is the second one list of different words, and you are given and you are asked to make the hyponyms of the following list. You will make the relation of the words. This words, for example, this word will relate to this one, this words will relate to this one, this words will relate to this one. You will make the relationship of the words between words according to their aspects. That will be called hyponyms. Now I will give you some example, and after looking at the examples, it will be clear to you. Now look at the examples. In first list, there are written words dog, rose, ant, Urdu and Pakistan. In second list, you will have to make the hyponyms of the words given in first list. For example, this is a dog, and we will make the relation of this word with this one. It means it is an animal. Rose, the relation of rose is with flower. Ant, the relation of ant, it is with insect. Urdu, the relation of Urdu, it will be with this one. This is language. The relation of Pakistan, it will be with country. This is called hyponyms. Now these are the hyponyms of these words. These are all the hyponyms of these words. Dog's hyponym is animal. Rose hyponym is flower. Ant hyponym is insect. Urdu hyponym is language, and Pakistan hyponym is country. This is called hyponyms. Now look at polysemy. What is the definition of polysemy? Use of one word for different meanings. One word is used for different meanings, that will be called polysemy. Examples are written over here. Number one, head of the body. For example, if there is a person, this is the head of the body. But the same word is used in this example, head of department. For example, Mr. Ishtiaq, he is the head of the department. The same words are used over here, but they are used for different meanings. Leg of a boy. For example, he is a boy, and this is the leg of that boy. Now, leg of chair. For example, this is a Now this is the leg of the chair. The same word is used, but it is used for human's leg, and this is used for chair leg or table's leg or anything else which in which we use the word leg. Now look at the third one example. This is my right hand. This is my right hand, and he is my right hand. For example, I say that this is my right hand because I am writing with this hand. This is my right hand. But if I say he is my right hand, it means a person who is very helpful to you. You will say him that he is my right hand. He helps you a lot. So the words are the same, but they are being used for different meanings. This is called polysemy. Hope it will be clear to you. Now on number 10, there is homophony. Homophony, the definition of homophony is the words with same pronunciation but with different meanings and spellings. Their pronunciation will be the same, but their spellings and their meanings will be different. They will be used for different meanings, and they are also called a pair of words. Pair of words. This is another name of this homophony. Now I'll give you some examples of homophony. Now look at the examples of homophony. In first list there are written the words, and the second list there are written the homophony. These are also called pair of words. The first one, that is break, and the second one, this is also break. Spellings are different, but the pronunciation the same. The meanings are also different. Accept and accept, different spelling, same pronunciation, different meanings. Quite and quiet, same pronunciation but different spelling and different meanings. Peace and peace, same pronunciation, different words, different meanings. Look at the first one, brake. It means the brakes of my car are failed. Brake, they break the glass. Accept, I accept your offer. There is nothing except loud noise in the classroom. Quiet and quiet. It means, for example, I say it is quite right, and the second one, it will tell you the meanings of silence. Next one, piece, and this one also a piece. It is a piece of paper. There is quite peace inside the classroom. Now the meanings of all these homophony are different from these words, but the pronunciation is same and the spellings are also different, meanings are also different. In your almost in your question paper, the similar words are same pronunciation, homophonies are given to you, and you are asked to use them in your sentences, so that it can be recognized that whether you know the meanings of the words or not. So if you are given the word break, you will use it in your sentence, and it will be clear for paper checker that you know the meanings of this break and this break. And I will also tell you that how you can make a rule of recognizing these type of pair of words or homophonies, that what is the meaning of this break and what is the meaning of that break. Okay students, sometime you are not capable of recognizing that because the words are they have same pronunciation but their meanings are different, but you are you cannot recognize that what is, you know the meanings of the both words, but you don't know the what is the meaning of this one and what is the meaning of this one. You can create a different rules by yourself for recognizing the meanings of pair of words or homophonies. For example, if the words there are two words, quite and quiet, and peace and peace, how can you recognize? It is an example for you. How can you recognize that the meaning of this word is a piece, that is a piece of paper, and what is the meaning of this piece? For example, piece, there is a piece inside the classroom. For example, if I will say you that in these both words, which is the word which carries a letter with two pieces? Which is the word which carries two pieces? Now look at this word. There is one piece letter, one piece letter, one piece letter, and there is also one piece letter, one piece, but this letter is carrying two pieces. So it means the word in which there is a letter of two pieces, the meaning of that word will be a piece. In Urdu, the meaning of that word will be a tukda, and the meaning of second word, that will be a piece, aman or sakoon. Similarly, if you look at this one word, quite, you know the meaning, that the meaning of one word is bilkul, and the meaning of the second word is khamoshi, but you cannot recognize the meaning of which word is khamoshi and the meaning of which word is bilkul. Now it is a rule. You can create these type of rules yourself. For example, you look at the both words. If I say you that what is the another word which we can use for khamoshi, you will say that silent. Silent. This is another word which we can use for the Urdu word khamoshi. Now look at this one word, this word, it ends with T and this word also ends with T. It means the meaning of this word is silent, and the second one, the meaning of the second word is bilkul. In this way, you can create all those pair of words or homophonies which you cannot recognize. You can create these type of rules yourself, and you can then able to recognize the meanings of the words in a better way. Hope it will be clear to you all the kinds of words, and if there is any question you can ask me, and hope you are enjoying my classes. I will wait for your comments in my comment section, and inshallah we will meet in another class. Now Allah Hafiz and take care.